Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Vikings Season 6, Episode 19. Let's go over what happened last episode. I'm not going to do a huge recap because you guys know what's going down. Ubbe, that's like the main thing that stuck out to me last episode, was beautiful, like beautifully shot. All of the shots were gorgeous, saturated. It truly felt like you were with them experiencing a different world, experiencing this discovery of a new world. So I kind of guessed that they were maybe I thought that they were still in Greenland, but they're probably in Canada if they didn't go the other way. If they didn't go to like Ireland, those types of places, then my second guess would probably be Canada or just North America in general, because there was the bald eagle, then there was the Indians. The Native Americans are what really concretely cemented that idea in my mind that they were probably in North America. So yeah, I'm excited to see where that storyline goes, where it ends up, because they're now introducing this element with only 2 episodes left in the whole show, so I don't know where that is going to go. There's still a lot to be wrapped up with Ivar's whole storyline, what's going to happen there. They're going to invade Wessex. Alfred's preparing for that. He evacuated everybody out of Wessex. So it's going to be interesting to see what him and Harald actually end up doing, if they end up succeeding, if one of them ends up dying. I'm assuming that one of the 3 is going to die. Harald, Ivar, or Wessex. I'm making the main guess that Harald is going to be the one to die, just because I feel like they've been setting that up. Not too sure. I think he's ready at this point. And I remember reading in a comment somewhere along this, the uploading of this season, that Harald kind of represented historically the last person in the golden age of Vikings. So I don't know if they're going to follow that historically in the show, but it's something to keep in mind as we go into these last 2 episodes. I don't know if Ivar is going to die. I don't think that they're setting that up. I feel like historically he's such a huge name. He's such a big legend, but he was also talking about how he wanted to go down in history as being bigger than Ragnar. So that could set up his death. That could set up his like premature death, because he is super young still. Wessex, you could also make the argument that Wessex is going to die. He has been crying that he has nothing left to live for. He just has a very interesting storyline. He's accomplished nothing in his life, he claims. So I'm sorry if you hear my dog barking. I'm not sure if the microphone is going to tune that out. But yeah, with everything else, I want to see Floki. That is what I really want in these last 2 episodes. I want my boy Floki. So if I don't get that, I'm going to be thoroughly pissed off, very upset, and I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to live with myself. I don't know how they're going to be able to live with themselves if they don't include Floki. So I don't know how and what context Floki would even come back, but I'm hoping for his arrival. So yeah, I'm going to shut up and get into the episode. So without further ado, let's get into episode 19. This is like so cool to me because I never realized that historically Vikings made their mark in North America. I was not aware of this, so.
They're not going to attack us.
Oh.
Torvi. Ragnar.
Oh.
Managadu. Manahadi wick. A chipchurmuriak anaha walamadukdino.
Is there a translator? Is there anybody that understands?
A wurdiskuk. And sahamauminan. Like a dowry.
I feel like I'm the most interested in Ubbe's storyline right now. He has the most fascinating storyline. I wish that this was going to go on longer than 2 episodes, because this is pretty cool stuff. And I almost wish that they didn't introduce this new storyline, this new group of people, with 2-3 episodes left. So. See, they don't understand anything they're saying, but I feel like you can tell, especially when it's the woman speaking and it's kind of just more nurturing, more calming. They're peaceful. They're welcoming them. And I feel like food is kind of like that universal language thing. That's so awesome. They've probably never seen somebody like this before. On both sides, neither of them have probably seen people that look like that before. That's so cool.
I also think we will need their help if we are to survive here.
Then let's return their hospitality and invite them to visit us.
Yes.
The Sakama spoke words in our language. How is that possible?
Did they? Oh, was the happy? When they said happy, was that the Viking language? Also, these shots are so incredible. Does anybody else think this as well? Like, they look like paintings. I don't know if it's because of the new atmosphere that they just changed up the color grading or something, but I think the actual way it's filmed is actually beautiful too. Was she gonna braid her hair like hers?
Yarna.
That's crazy.
The story of myself. The story of my race. Here is where I was burned.
Ooh.
The flames consumed me, took away my skin, but my heart is as old as your hearts, my friends. My heart is as old as wood, as old as a tall tree.
Yeah, how can they speak their language? They must have had visitors, other Viking visitors, right? That's the only way. Something like someone like Athelstan. Is it gonna be Oter? The word crazy kind of sounded like Oter.
Still warm.
Ooh. Who's this? They're Vikings, I assume. Ooh! That's not a good sign.
Swords!
If we kill 500 Saxons, then we just kill 500 Saxons. If we manage to cripple and injure 500 Saxons, it will take 1,000 more Saxons to come and rescue them. That is 3 times the amount of warriors, and all at our mercy.
But how can you be sure that King Alfred will try to rescue them?
Because he's a Christian. He cares about them.
He's the most Christian of them all. Oof. He's trying to draw all of them out.
Help them! Help them!
Holy shit. You see the way Vitserk popped up out of the ground? What a badass.
Soldiers, with me! Advance!
Isn't that crazy how battles were back then? They literally just charged at each other with all that they had. I mean, that's just crazy to think about. It really was about extreme skill. I mean, you had to have physical strength. Oh no. Oh, that is terrifying. To turn around and see your fellow soldier like that. I'd say, fuck this. I'm out of here. Not worth it. Wow.
protect his queen.
No.
Impossible.
She's
She
protected.
will be heavily protected.
Yeah. Oh, those two people from before. They killed the messengers. Holy shit. Ooh, damn. She tackled his ass. How did he let that happen? She was unarmed. How did she do that? I mean, respect, but come on, bro. Let your guard down for a second? That's crazy. Who brings their baby to battle, to war? That's just wild to me. Oh, man. Don't pull it out. Don't pull it out. Interesting that they killed him off in this battle, because in real life, I'm pretty sure he died of his disease. Whatever, he had some type of stomach disease, like Crohn's or something.
My Lord Alfred, if I may advise you, now is the time to retreat. We have found men who
He
know
didn't
this
die.
place. Lord, I beg you.
You heard my command. We shall not retreat.
Is he lost? I'm confused. How did he get so lost? I knew it, man. How did he get all the way out there alone?
You will die here alone.
Heitel, broder.
No
Ik
way.
kom in Vererat. Alvader in Peter.
Oh my god. I got the chills, man. Holy shit. Wow.
Daar meldt mijn moeder.
That's the
At
song.
mer skyldig kaupa. Haldas vad till hamnar. At mer skyldig kaupa. Bara brott med Vikings.
So he made it to Valhalla. Wow. That was beautiful. So he made it to Valhalla. If they do anything like that, what they just did with Halfdan, with Ragnar, it's over. I'm gonna be a mess.
Down here.
Come back.
Why do you want to kill me, Oleg?
Yeah, why kill her when they could kill him and she can free them for protecting her? That's what I would do.
Kill me. I'm here.
Oof. Ooh, was she a slave? Or I guess she was his slave? Because she's pretty pissed. It's crazy. Everyone's dropping like flies. Will she even be set free for that? You think she went to Ingrid and did that? She probably went to Ingrid and said that. And Ingrid knew that it was Eric because of her. So she was just asking him to confirm. Yep. Love that. We love women supporting women. I feel bad for this guy, though. He was just trying to get free. Oh wow, so Christians came too? I mean, they have carvings of all. That's so cool. To build something like that, that's awesome.
Ragnar.
What? No.
This is our story.
Crazy man.
No. No way. Floki? Please, oh my god. Is that him? Oh my god.
Come, Floki.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I never knew how much I needed to hear that giggle, that laugh, until now. Holy shit. I like need a second to digest that. That was crazy. That was so much. That might have been my favorite episode of the season so far. At least this half of the season. I mean, so much happened. There's so much to dissect here. So Floki's back. Floki didn't end up dying. We knew that he didn't end up dying. That just gave me chills. That whole moment of leading up to the reveal of Floki being there, and the slow realization that it was their story, and then Ragnar carved into the tree. And then you're slowly starting to realize this needs to be somebody who is really good with wood, who's really good at building things. Who could this be? You know, what person could this be? And none other than Floki. So, super happy that Floki's back. It kind of sucks that it was only for 2 episodes, you know? It's this episode and the next episode, but I think it's going to be a good send-off to the show just to bring back that OG character. To me, he represents the story of Ragnar, the beginning of Vikings. He represents the golden era of Vikings. So to me, yes, Harald died this episode. Yes, you could argue that he represented the last person in the golden era of Vikings, but to me, as we're watching this show, that person to me is Floki, and I'm so glad that he's back, because they've got a lot of catching up to do. I mean, shit, it's been years, I assume, at this point. Maybe not years. I don't know how long it took them when they were in the Iceland settlement. I don't know how long it took them to get out of that situation, finally hit the road. Probably a couple months at least. Because I don't really remember. It's hard to gauge what seasons they were going through when the weather is so different in all the places that they were going to. So my question is, how did Floki end up getting there? What was his journey? I mean, they called him the crazy man. I should have known right from that description that it was going to be Floki, but I truly had no idea. Truly had no idea. Floki taught them some of their language, which is pretty cool. And that's how they knew. That is how they knew some of the words of their language. So I don't think he has been there for a long time. Probably a little bit less than a couple of months, because they didn't know. I feel like they would have known more of the Viking language had he been there longer, because he would have taught it to them. But, you know, it's probably really nice for Floki to see a familiar face, to see familiar people, and to have people that can understand him and speak to him, especially because Floki is so misunderstood to his own people. To actually have that language barrier probably sucked for him. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see this last episode. But sad at the same time, because yes, we got Floki back. You know, maybe it's for 1 episode, and he's pretty old. I mean, it's kind of uncommon for Vikings to die of old age, right? And then Ivar was even talking about it a couple episodes ago, 2 episodes ago, that what a boring death it is to die of old age when you are a Viking. You know, you want to die gloriously, you want to die how you lived, you want to die on the battlefield. So that's how Harald died this episode. And that's how Vikings want to die. They want to die gloriously. They want to have a name for themselves. You know, they don't just want to die of old age. They count that as boring, dying of old age. But it seems like Floki is the one that has made it the longest. So he's pretty damn old at this point, I'm gonna assume. What else? But yeah, Harald died. I predicted that either Witzer, Ivar, or Harald was gonna die. Harald was my main choice because they were kind of setting that up, so I wasn't shocked. But what did get me really emotional and shocked me was seeing Halfdan there singing the song that they sang before they went into battle various times. Ubbe sang that last episode, or it was either last episode or 2 episodes ago. He sang that when he was trying to shut Oter up, and it seems to be like this battle cry song. So I could get emotional just thinking about something like that happening to somebody else, and Ragnar being the person to escort them to Valhalla, because the fact that we got a visual of Halfdan, who Halfdan died many, many seasons ago. I mean, he's like at the back of our brains, right? Seeing him evoked such emotion in me because of his relation to Harald, and the fact that Harald and Ivar were talking about the fact that everybody who has died, everybody who has been to Valhalla, their souls, their spirits are all around them at all times, watching over them, protecting them. And Harald was like, yeah, Halfdan probably is not with me because I was the one who killed him. And just to see that being proven wrong in this episode when Harald died and Halfdan coming to escort him to Valhalla, that was such a special moment, because it just shows that even in death, Halfdan realized that yes, they were on different sides, but at the end of the day, they fought for the same cause. They were all Vikings. They all are going to the same place. They were all going to be reunited in Valhalla one day. So it was just cool to see that. Very emotional again. I'm glad that he went out like that, though, and ended up going to Valhalla. Harald was, he was an OG too. He's been around since the beginning of the show also. So it's kind of hard to see all these characters that have been around for such a long time go. But again, I would say that it cements the fact that the golden age of Vikings is over. All the people that we've known that have touched Ragnar, that have known Ragnar other than his sons, are gone. They're slowly dying. So I don't know. Again, I'm surprised that Alfred also survived that battle I'm not surprised that Alfred survived that battle, because in real life, I thought that he died of sickness, not on the battlefield. So when he got stabbed, I thought that he died. He got stabbed in the heart. And I thought that they were just taking a different direction with his death. But, they're not retreating. They're going to keep fighting. I don't know if they're going to win. It seems to me that if Ivar won the battle in this episode, he's going to get too cocky, get too ahead of himself, and that might be his downfall in the finale. I don't want to make too many predictions here because they might end up being wrong, but based on how well things went this episode, maybe not well, we lost Harald, but based on that, it doesn't look too good for next episode. It doesn't look too good. I don't know how Alfred would, gain reinforcements and stuff. He didn't lose his wife, so it's not like he has that spirit, that courage to keep fighting. I think that that is derived from him seeing Jesus on the battlefield. His religion is what keeps him going, and the prospect of Christianity being spread throughout Europe is what really keeps him going, or throughout England, whatever. So I don't really have that much else to say. I don't have that many predictions. I really just want to get into the finale because this is going to be crazy. There's not that there's so much to wrap up, but there's so much that I would like to see, that I really want a satisfying emotional ending to this. And I hope that we get it. I really hope that we get it. I hope that we get a conversation with Ubbe and Floki, maybe an emotional one with Ragnar. If Floki ends up dying, maybe he'll die of old age. Maybe he just, needs that blessing. Maybe Ragnar will be the one to escort him to Valhalla. That would kill me. I want to see Ragnar. I want to hear Ragnar. I want something with Ragnar before the end of this show, because he is the spirit of this show. And I just feel like they are building up to an extremely emotional climax. I mean, they had Ragnar's, Floki carved Ragnar into the wood of his treehouse. So clearly his spirit lives on. And yeah, I'm going to shut up and get into the finale. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other reactions if you have not already. And I will see you guys for episode 20. All right, bye guys.